Hey, Willis is World back with another one, this time with the Ninja Awakening. The Ninja Awakening, I feel, is a little more focused around healing than the dots of the succession. The Awakening is more for burst damage and heals. The rotation I found for it is less of a rotation. Well, it is a rotation, but it does have a filler skill that is actually a flow without a cooldown. But I do have 3 heals in this kit that are up in there. They're good heals, and I have them alternated with other skills, and the flow will be in there too. And for all 5 of these buttons, just press space after activation and hold space until the animation's done for the flow. However, do not, I repeat, do not hold space at the end of flashing light. I don't know which skill is doing it in the main kit, but the flashing light, when you hold space afterwards, transfers you back into your normal state, which isn't necessarily bad, especially with how many dots you can put up with the normal state. You can combine the two, but that's a little more advanced than what I'm wanting to get into. And this is your alternating skill into the other one. If you really want to, you could take this out of the kit so you don't have to worry about that. I just have it in there because it's extra damage. And it's good damage. Oh wait, that's the wrong skill. Yeah, that's the skill that is right there. But as for rotation, you'll be starting out with Bloodthirst Katana Shower, going into Vacuum Slash, into Mock Explosion, into Serpent Extension, into Syrla Chaos Pretty, and then into Flashing Light. And Flashing Light is optional. But all 5 of these, after use of it, you will want to hold space, and by holding space, you will be adding the Seamless combo into it, which adds more damage, and when it's off of its 4-second cooldown, it's 100 HP per move while using the skill. Yeah, that's 500 HP. It's a good heal, and I mean really, really freaking good heal. But what that will look like in combat, yoink, space, yoink, space, yoink, space, yoink, space, yoink, space, and then you just do that and don't hold space. Once that skill is off of cooldown, I'll show you why. When you do that and hold space, it puts you back into your normal state. So it's 1 space, 2 space, 3 space, 4 space, 5 space, 6. 1 space, 2 space, repeat. It's as straightforward as that, and the cooldowns in it are short enough that you should be able to do that alternation all the way through and not hit any snags. As long as you do the full space animation. Okay, yeah, you should be able to do it fully rotation. Full rotation. I would recommend having a skill right there so that you're not left with a second left on that when you get back over to it. It can be something else besides flashing light. I have flashing light simply due to the evasion rate drop. That in PvE and PvP, are is both very nice, because if you're too low level for a form of content, suddenly they're going to be dodging most of your hits. That evasion rate makes it so that more of your hits actually land, making it able to push higher content. And this is all about getting up there faster. I'm trying to give you kits that will help you get up to endgame faster. So I would recommend the evasion rate. Just be careful about pressing space afterwards. But what every skill in that entails, that, alas, there's no, well, there might be a few dots in there. Yeah, never mind. There's no dots in there. So all good. But I, of course, went and skill out on Seamless here with Resource Gen and Damage Increase, because it is the most used skill in this rotation. But you got your HP recovery there. But what I like about that is upon using it when it's off of its 4-second cooldown, you gain extra 10 damage for 10 seconds upon use. It bounds them. The bound doesn't do much, but that AP increases your damage, and due to skill add-on adding the AP against monsters plus 20, every time you use that off of its 4-second cooldown, this skill will be giving you 30 extra damage. That's actually quite a bit of extra damage. And that's before everything else in the rotation. So Seamless is the skill you will be using the absolute most of anything here. Your Bloodthirst Katana Shower is a DP decrease on hits for 10 seconds. It's on an 8-second cooldown, so it could potentially be 100% of the time, but due to the fact that I am balancing out to make it so that that's rotating in smoothly as well, it won't be up 100% of the time. It'll be up around 80 to 90% of the time. But as for how much DP decrease it will have, it is 12 hits for 20. That is a 240 DP drop to your target. So you're ripping away 240 defense from your target, and then that's immediately followed up with a 30 damage increase to yourself. Yeah, you're seeing where this is going, right? Your Vacuum Slash will be applying floating and knockdown for PvE, nothing for PvP except for forward guard. Forward guard is in PvE and PvP. Does a lot of hits, high damage hits. Your Mock Explosion, high damage hits, HP per hit, and stiffness on hits. Your Serpent Ascension English, gotta love it. 13 hits, 10 targets, crit hit increase, floating on hits. Sorta Careless Pretty is a 15 hit ability. For PvE, it is a guaranteed crit hit. For PvP, it's a 40% chance at crit hit. Goes to 10 targets, 40 HP per hit, forward guard. Stun on drawing and sheathing move hits for PvE. And then Flashing Light is there for evasion rate drop on 9 hits. And that 9 by 6, that is 54, I think. Yeah, 54. A 54% evasion rate drop. That's a very nice skill to have for PvE and PvP. And yeah, that's the rotation. 1 space, 2 space, 3 space, 4 space, 5 space, 6, 1 space, and repeat. And if you put a resource gen in this, just letting you know, you will not need a resource gen in anything else. That will literally handle all the resource gen you need for the entire flow, even on a single target. 1 space 2 space 3 space 4 space 5 space 6. And he ran away. Most of the time targets won't run away from you in single target, but yeah. It is a completely renewable rotation. The only thing you might have to do yourself is when you're starting out combat, get a few hits to get some resource in, and then just get enough resource for an activation of that into your space. And you'll be set to go. But yeah. With that rotation for the Awakening, it lets you push a lot higher content. It's kind of the flip side of the Succession. Succession is focused on dots with a few bleeds here and there, while this is focused on damage and a lot of bleeds. I mean, not a lot of bleeds, a lot of heals. They both heal a lot. I will say that right now, they both heal a lot. The Awakening just heals a lot more. But yeah, that is the Ninja Awakening, and Willis's World out.